Did you know that many old Hollywood celebrities were known for their relentless work ethic even when battling sickness? Studios operated under tight schedules and strict contracts, leaving actors with little room to take a break. Despite the odds, these stars pushed through illness and exhaustion to deliver legendary performances that still captivate audiences today. Judy Garland.
My goodness, what a fuss you're making. Well, naturally, when you go around picking on things weaker than you are.
Judy Garland, one of Hollywood's brightest stars, became a household name thanks to her unforgettable performance as Dorothy in The Wizard of Oz. While her career seemed magical on the surface, behind the scenes, Garland faced a grueling schedule and relentless pressure from MGM Studios. These demands took a toll on her physical and mental health. From a young age, Garland was given amphetamines to keep up with the studio's punishing schedule and barbiturates to help her sleep at night. This toxic cycle led to lifelong struggles with addiction. Despite her deteriorating health, she continued to work tirelessly. One of the most notable examples of her resilience was during the filming of Meet Me in St. Louis. Garland was battling severe exhaustion and anxiety, but she delivered a performance that remains one of her most beloved. Her health issues became more pronounced as she grew older. During the production of A Star Is Born, Garland faced numerous health setbacks, including fatigue and emotional breakdowns. Her legacy as one of the greatest performers of all time remains intact. Marilyn Monroe.
What glasses?
Don't you wear glasses?
Oh, Demi, no.
Marilyn Monroe, the quintessential Hollywood icon, is remembered for her beauty, charm, and unforgettable performances. However, few people know about the health struggles she endured throughout her career. Despite battling chronic illnesses and mental health issues, Monroe remained committed to her craft. One of the most challenging periods for Monroe was during the filming of Some Like It Hot. She suffered from endometriosis, a painful condition that often left her in agony. Monroe's health issues were compounded by the immense pressure she faced as a beauty symbol and leading lady. The studio system demanded perfection, and Monroe often felt isolated and misunderstood. Her reliance on prescription medications to cope with insomnia and anxiety only worsened her health. During the filming of The Misfits, Monroe's health was at an all-time low. She battled dehydration, exhaustion, and emotional breakdowns. Monroe's dedication to her work, even when she was unwell, demonstrated her professionalism and passion for acting. She wanted to be taken seriously as an actress and often pushed herself beyond her limits to prove her talent. Her untimely death in 1962 shocked the world and highlighted the immense pressures faced by Hollywood stars. Monroe's legacy endures as a symbol of beauty, talent, and resilience. Shirley Temple.
How does she know how old I am when we don't even know ourselves?
Shirley Temple was Hollywood's most famous child star, bringing joy to audiences during the Great Depression. With her iconic curls and infectious smile, she became a symbol of hope and happiness. However, even as a young girl, Temple faced the demands of a rigorous work schedule that often took a toll on her health. During the height of her career, Temple worked long hours on set, often filming multiple scenes in a single day. Despite suffering from colds, fevers, and other common childhood illnesses, she rarely missed a day of work. The studio prioritized profits over her well-being, pushing her to continue filming even when she was sick. Her professionalism and determination impressed both the crew and her fans. As she grew older, Temple faced new challenges. Despite these obstacles, she remained dedicated to her career. Temple's experience in Hollywood taught her resilience and perseverance. After retiring from acting at a young age, she went on to have a successful career in politics and diplomacy. Her ability to overcome the challenges of stardom and illness is a testament to her strength. Charlie Chaplin.
But he wanted to see the picture, and I never thought that much of it.
Charlie Chaplin was one of the greatest icons of the silent film era, known for his brilliant performances and groundbreaking films. But behind the laughter, Chaplin endured extreme physical strain and illness while working. The demands of Hollywood, his perfectionism, and the stress of filmmaking pushed him beyond his limits, yet he kept performing, even when his health suffered. One of the most challenging films of his career was Modern Times, 1936. One of the most famous scenes involved him being pulled through giant gears in a factory. The sequence had to be filmed multiple times, leaving Chaplin bruised and battered. Chaplin's health was also affected by stress. His controversial political views, legal troubles, and constant work took a toll on his well-being. In the late 1940s, as he worked on Limelight, 1952, he experienced extreme fatigue, possibly linked to the pressure of being targeted during the Red Scare. He was accused of being a communist sympathizer, leading to severe stress that impacted his physical and mental health. One of Chaplin's most physically grueling performances came in The Gold Rush, 1925. In one famous scene, his character is so hungry that he cooks and eats his own shoe. In the end, Chaplin's determination to entertain the world meant that he sacrificed his own well-being. Bette Davis.
Did you ever think about time? It goes, Alan. That's the business of time.
Bette Davis was one of the most powerful actresses of old Hollywood, known for her fierce personality, sharp wit, and commitment to her craft. However, her success came at a cost. The Hollywood studio system controlled every aspect of an actor's life, and Davis was no exception. She was often forced to work long hours, even when she was seriously ill. One of the most extreme examples was during the filming of Jezebel, 1938. Davis had been battling a severe case of pneumonia, but was pressured by Warner Brothers to continue filming. The studio had invested heavily in the movie and wouldn't allow delays. Her suffering didn't end there. During the making of Dark Victory, 1939, Davis endured extreme exhaustion and stress. The emotional weight of the role, where she played a woman dying from a brain tumor, took a toll on her real-life health. Davis later admitted that the film left her drained both mentally and physically. Hollywood's relentless pressure also affected her while filming Now, Voyager, 1942. She confessed in interviews that she often cried between takes, but had no choice but to keep going. Another notable example was All About Eve, 1950, one of Davis's most iconic films. She had developed a severe case of laryngitis during production. Her voice was nearly gone, but she was still required to deliver her famous lines in the film's dramatic moments. The gravelly tone of her voice in some scenes wasn't acting, it was real pain. She later said that working while sick made the film even more exhausting. The studio system valued profits over health, and even their biggest stars weren't given time to recover. Davis eventually walked away from Warner Brothers, but by then, years of overwork had already impacted her health. Humphrey Bogart.
I don't know what lies have been sworn to in this court, but I'd like to set you straight on this matter right here and now. A key definitely did exist.
Humphrey Bogart, the legendary tough guy of old Hollywood, was known for his iconic roles in Casablanca, 1942, The Maltese Falcon, 1941, and The Big Sleep, 1946. But behind his cool, confident on-screen persona, Bogart was a man who suffered in silence. He was forced to work through serious health problems, particularly in the final years of his life, when he was battling esophageal cancer. Bogart had been a heavy smoker and drinker for most of his life, habits that eventually led to his illness. His last completed film, The Harder They Fall, 1956, was the most painful to make. By this time, his health had severely declined. He was losing weight rapidly, his energy was depleted, and speaking had become difficult. His dedication to professionalism never wavered, even as he struggled with severe pain. Throughout filming, Bogart refused to let anyone know just how sick he was. He avoided complaints and carried on as if nothing was wrong. Bogart's declining health was evident to those closest to him, especially his wife, actress Lauren Bacall. She urged him to seek medical help, but he delayed treatment, fearing it would put an end to his career. By the time he was officially diagnosed with esophageal cancer in 1956, it was too late for surgery to save him. In his final months, he was unable to eat solid food, relying on liquid meals to keep up his strength. Despite his condition, he remained dedicated to his craft. He expressed interest in future roles, even when he knew deep down that he would never return to the screen.